Welcome to my channel. If the human body is a huge community made up of countless cells, cancer cells are the ultimate self-serving opportunists inside it. The more you know, the less you fear. Today, we are going to talk about cancer cells from an evolutionary perspective. Inside a multicellular organism, every somatic cell has its own designated role. Their numbers can neither be too large nor too small. A lack of cells will leave the body unable to work properly, while excess cells will crowd out resources for other parts. Just like the natural world, cells inside our bodies maintain a mixed relationship of cooperation and competition. As they fight for chances to survive and reproduce, for every individual cell, the core goal is to stay alive, multiply rapidly, and produce more daughter cells. From an evolutionary view, somatic cells naturally carry the urge to proliferate faster and in greater numbers. Cells that adapt best to the internal environment will gradually grow dominant within our multicellular bodies. The human body relies on various regulatory mechanisms and the immune system to keep this balance, and eliminate cells that would disrupt the entire internal order. For example, somatic cells will go through apoptosis once their proliferation reaches a certain level. Mutations, however, exist everywhere in the body. Different somatic cells divide and grow at different rates, some fast and some slow. Cells that divide and proliferate excessively are far more likely to develop mutations. If such mutations break the restraints the body places on somatic cells, and let cells multiply recklessly against the rules of this bodily empire, cancer cells come into being. The evolution of cancer cells began alongside the birth of multicellular life. Almost all multicellular organisms can develop cancer cells, including plants, insects, and mammals. Once cancer cells take root inside a host, they evolve much faster than the host itself. Their life cycle can shorten to 1 generation per day, which accelerates evolutionary changes greatly. They tend to develop more aggressive mutations over time, making cancer harder and harder to deal with. Even young human bodies can produce cancer cells occasionally. In most cases, the immune system will locate and clear these abnormal cells. Problems emerge when the immune system weakens gradually over time, or when cancer cells evolve abilities to fool immune defenses, leading the situation to spiral out of control. Cancer cells are not inherently stronger than normal somatic cells. The real difference is that regular body cells have essential daily tasks to finish. Cardiac cells keep beating to pump blood throughout the body. Red blood cells constantly deliver nutrients to every corner. Nerve cells transmit electrical signals non-stop, and intestinal cells help absorb nutrients. Cancer cells, on the contrary, are idle layabouts. Their only mission is to replicate and expand endlessly, over and over again. They greedily absorb nutrients from the host, and keep growing bigger and stronger. To the host organism, cancer cells act as harmful parasites with no positive function at all. From the perspective of cancer cells, the tissues and organs of the human body are just colonies waiting to be occupied. Immune cells are powerful opponents, so cancer cells have to find ways to stay out of their reach. Under such survival pressure and natural selection, cancer cells evolve corresponding adaptive abilities. The most powerful skill of cancer cells is exploiting loopholes. They make use of the body's resources, blend in with normal cells, evade immune attacks, and divide at high speed to expand their forces. They never care about the overall condition of the host body. The more successful they become, the weaker the host grows. To put it simply, they leech off the body continuously. They are extreme self-serving creatures at the cellular level. Their evolution leads to total destruction. Eventually, cancer cells will die together with their host, and there is no other ending. We can see similar phenomena in the macroscopic natural world. Some biological species die out entirely because of certain mutations. A species may evolve traits that consume resources at an extremely high rate, leaving insufficient supplies for its offspring, and walking into an evolutionary dead end. Cancer cells follow this exact evolutionary pattern inside the human body. Many extinct species disappeared, either because they failed to adapt to sudden drastic environmental changes, or because dramatic internal changes made them unable to fit the surroundings. They expand endlessly with no regard for the internal environment. They eventually drain all resources of the host, and perish alongside it. If we stand in the shoes of individual cancer cells, they do not actually do anything wrong. Their only instinct is to pass down their genes from generation to generation. Still, their uncontrolled expansion and greedy nature end up destroying both the host and themselves. From the perspective of the whole body, cancer cells are definite enemies. They seize resources that belong to normal cells and eventually cause the collapse of the entire internal ecosystem. Cancer never troubles single-celled organisms. A single cell can feed and reproduce on its own with no need for teamwork. Multicellular life, however, is built on cooperation between numerous cells. Cancer cells are rule breakers that exploit gaps, refuse to contribute to collective work, and only look after themselves. They trick the cooperative cellular environment and drain resources constantly, becoming a major threat to the balance. As their population expands, they will eventually break down the whole internal system. What makes things worse is that cancer cells have also evolved the ability to cooperate with each other. You heard it correctly. These self-serving individuals help one another within their group to drain the host's resources more efficiently. Normal somatic cells that sustain the body's regular functions are their main rivals, competing for limited survival resources. If the immune system of this cellular society fails to recognize cancer cells, the host and the cancer cells will end up dying together. Scientists have found that some cancer cells do not just die with their host. They can even transmit between individuals. One well-known case is the canine transmissible venereal tumor. As the name indicates, this tumor grows around the genital area of dogs. During mating, small pieces of cancer cells can break off from one dog, enter the body of another, attach to new tissues, divide and reproduce. These cancer cells break the boundary of spreading only inside a single host, and go on to infect the whole dog population. This proves that cancer cells will evolve stronger transmissibility if given enough living space. The fight between the human body and cancer cells will be a long-term battle. We hope medical advances can bring more effective methods to restrain the spread of cancer cells. May the whole world be free from cancer. Every like, comment and share from you guides the direction of our future content. Thank you for your support by liking, commenting and sharing this video. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the subscribe button before you leave. Farewell, all fellow multicellular beings.